Ah, man. Bro, I swear, bro. Like, has my face got puffier, bro? It's like weirder, bro. I swear. I gotta do my figure self. Let's see if we got any viewers. Nah, not yet, but that's alright. Beast of the Mesozoic. No viewers. Oh, who's that? Oh, what's good, man? How you doing? Excuse me. Nah, I kind of want to talk about dinosaurs, you know? Going good. I went to the Natural History Museum today for a birthday gift from my brothers, and I actually got to see fossils and that of dinosaurs, and I actually got to talk about it, which is very awesome. Actually, like I kind of feel like I'm doing that's wonderful. It felt good talking about dinosaurs, at the museum and that, because I can at least let it out. Because really, I don't talk to nobody about dinosaurs, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like nobody will listen. So like, I only talk about dinosaurs to my family, like that I know of. Because I feel like I brought it up in school, and people were like, "Isn't that for little kids?" Either way, dinosaurs are not for little kids. You got grown people who study paleontology, and it's awesome. I kind of find it weird that people say, "Oh, it's for little kids." Oh, yeah, whatever. And that I feel like it kind of pisses me off a bit. Like, not just because the little kids like it. I'm glad if little kids like it, that's wonderful. But I hate it when people just think dinosaurs are just for little kids. You know what? Your favorite animal, little kids like that. That's for little kids. You like biology? Little kids like biology. That's a little kid thing. If I said that to somebody. But ain't nothing wrong with paleontology, but where was I? I got carried off. But besides that point, I went to the Natural Museum of Science in Philadelphia today. And honestly, it was amazing. I haven't been there since I was 8 years old. Nothing really changed, but some new exhibits, new fossils, and that. And I think it was awesome. I loved it. What's up? 6'7". Hello, hello. Today I went to the museum, and now, oh my God, 28 people. Hello, guys. I'm just talking about dinosaurs. So if you guys like dinosaurs, welcome to say. But if you don't and you're interested, please stay. But I went to the Natural History Museum in Philadelphia, and it was for like a birthday gift and that, and it was awesome. I got to talk about dinosaurs and that like I don't talk about them that much. And I got to like express myself. And a lot of amazing fossils there, yeah, especially like very detailed ones. It's not the original fossils, but like cast of the fossils, which cast are just copies of the original fossil, but with every single detail that looks like the real fossil. What's your favorite one? My favorite dinosaur is Irritator. It's a Spinosaurus that lived in Brazil. I believe late Cretaceous period, so somewhere near like 97 to 100 million years ago. I get it. Yeah. But like I didn't get to go in the gift shop sadly. I wish I did, but there was like amazing exhibits. It wasn't just dinosaurs there. They had like animals and that, like the exhibits, like there was like a whole thing, like polar bears, Kodiaks, and they're like humongous. Like you might see these animals on TV, but like they're huge. Like I understand, like don't get near a bear. They're humongous. Do not mess with the bear. Like that thing, I would not want to see that. Trust me, I would not. That was scary. I'm 8 and I lost 2 teeth. You know, I lost my teeth when I was 8 too, but big teeth growing now, and that's the better part. But maybe the tooth fairy could come by and give you a nice $10 bill. You know, but that's awesome. And that they did have the Mosasaurus exhibit still there, Mosasaurus fossil. And yes, the Mosasaurus in Jurassic World is very inaccurate. It's not that big, to be honest. The Mosasaurus actually is like 40 feet in length, while in Jurassic World they make that jaw 200 feet in length. Like, no, it's it's still big, but like it isn't awesome. But yet Mosasaurus is not a dinosaur; it's actually a marine reptile. To be classified as a dinosaur, you need the certain bones that classified to be it, and like posture wise, like reptiles' bones are outwards. Like if I could show you, if I'm a reptile, my arms are gonna be like this. Like let's say I might crouch like this. Reptiles' arms are like this, right? While dinosaurs, they're still reptiles, but they got something different. Their arms are facing downwards, and they got their tail balances. Most reptiles have their tail dragging. So any photo you see, Mosasaurus, pterodactyl, well my bad, pterodactyl isn't a real name, but pteranodon is. You see that? That is not a dinosaur. The flying ones that you think those are dinosaurs, not dinosaurs. The ones in the water, not dinosaurs. They need to be classified as a dinosaur, but they're not. They're reptiles. But yes, there are still some animals that look like dinosaurs, but are not classified as dinosaurs. Bones or the way they look, animals evolve all differently, and they all look the same sometimes, but most of them do not. But I want to talk about Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? When you think of Tyrannosaurus Rex, 6'7", 6'7", when you think of Tyrannosaurus Rex, what do you think of? You think of Jurassic Park, or Land Before Time, or any media, or Walking with the Dinosaurs, right? You think of that, or Jurassic Park. Most likely Jurassic Park. But when we look at Jurassic Park, that's not accurate at all. Let's be honest. Oh my god, brain fart, I'm sorry. But Tyrannosaurus Rex is, I would say, more chunky in that. Like, you look at Jurassic Park, the thing is skin wrapped. This is skin wrapped. You see? Right here? This is very skin wrapped. Like, you see how, like, the skin is tight? Like, when you look at the movies or the photos, it's like you can see its skin. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But when you see those models, it looks like you can see the bones or the rib cage, which is not very accurate. Realistically, dinosaurs would have had fat, meat, and not like how modern animals would look, you know? Like, just think of a cow, right? We found the cow fossil. Let's say we found a cow bones, like, oh, the whole bones. Us paleontologists, let's go, like, back then, or people, would think, oh, we found this animal. So, let's do this. We're gonna slap skin right on it. No meat, no fat, none of that. What do we get? What the dinosaurs look like in Jurassic Park. Realistically, dinosaurs had fat and meat. Like, realistically, T-Rex was, like, a bit chunky. He was, like, a chunky boy. You know, like a chunky boy. Like Tyrannosaurus Rex. It had a more robust body and, like, especially snout and that. But, yeah, but not all dinosaurs. Like, T-Rex probably had some feathers. Maybe, yeah. Probably. Because they're actually like birds. Which, if you didn't know, birds are dinosaurs and birds are reptiles. So, if you didn't know that, there's your fact. Because I talked to somebody, you know, birds or dinosaurs, so they're classified also as reptiles too. Somebody's like, I thought they were mammals. Ah, really? They lay eggs. But that's alright. You know, we gotta share that fact once in a while. But, avians. Dinosaurs are non-avian animals. Which, if you don't know what the word avian means bird. Dinosaurs are avians. No, non-avians, but they're in the same family. Well, no need to pull out 9-jammal. I don't know what that is. I don't know, my fault. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. What was it? I'm gonna go back to Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm sorry. I'll try to get back to that. Basically, and again, chunky boy Tyrannosaurus Rex probably would have had meat and bone and that, like, meat and fat on it, which, you know, that's pretty cool. Search up an accurate Tyrannosaurus Rex. You'll see, and they probably had lips. You know how the teeth are sticking out like this? No. No. Yeah, lips. So you would not see its teeth sticking out like that. Maybe some animals, some other dinosaurs, but not T-Rex. We most likely probably knew T-Rex had lips. Most likely, he probably did. Yet again, this is skin wrapping because the skin is so tight. There's no fat, there's no meat. The teeth are sticking out, so that is 100%. This is a skin wrapped dinosaur. But let's get to Velociraptor because most people might not know. Hello, how you doing? Um, we might not know that Velociraptor is actually the same size of a chicken. Hold on. A chicken? Yeah, a freaking chicken. Yeah. So it was about 3 feet tall to 6 feet in length. That's not really big. Let's look at Jurassic Park. That drone is big. Inaccurate. That model of Jurassic Park's raptors are based off Deinonychus, but best example, Utah raptor. What if they transferred into a lizard man? Oh, I know that theory. I heard that before, but I don't know. That's maybe I'm a lizard. I don't know. Am I? You don't know. Maybe I'm just a lizard in disguise. I don't know. Maybe, but it would be crazy if they actually did. But hiding in society, that would be crazy. But yeah, Velociraptor, size of a chicken. I do have an accurate Pyroraptor in my collection from the Beast of the Mesozoic. Best example here is Pyroraptor. Beast of the Mesozoic Pyroraptor. If you can look. Oh, the teeth are not sticky now. Oh, wait. Because it has lips. So this is the best example you can see. And I love this action figure or whatever you call it, a toy, because it's giving peacock vibes. And yet, again, birds are really related. Birds are dinosaurs. So I think maybe some dinosaurs did have, feathers and that, and actually looked like modern day birds. There is still little ears school doesn't teach me. Yeah, school doesn't. They don't really teach dinosaurs. I wish they did. What happened if humans are dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we are mammals, but I don't really know about that. That's fascinating. I really don't know about that, but I never really thought of that, to be honest. Sounds very interesting, but yeah. Pyroraptor is one of the largest out of all of them. Is dinosaurs still alive? Sadly, like if you're talking about like if you want to, I would say yes. Dinosaurs are still alive. The birds outside your window, or any bird you see, are dinosaurs. Dromaeosaurs, which is the family group of Velociraptors, right? Velociraptors family group are Dromaeosaurs, and what the birds evolved from, somewhat like of Dromaeosaurs. Well, not really, but pretty close enough. But the first birds appeared in the Jurassic period. So dinosaurs were actually living along with birds, to be honest. But birds evolved differently, but there's dinosaurs that evolved differently and that. But yeah, so when you see a bird, that is a dinosaur. You have a pet bird, you have a pet dinosaur. My favorite dinosaur is Irritator. It's a Spinosaur, but it's a smaller one. Think of like Baryonyx, but like with a little sail, but a bit much smaller. But it lived in Brazil about like 70 million years ago, late Cretaceous period. But yeah, um, yeah. So living dinosaurs or birds, just want to say that. But Triceratops or Brachiosaurus or those guys, they're long dead. So is Tyrannosaurus Rex. What's your favorite dinosaur? Irritator. Spinosaurus. My second favorite dinosaur, I would have to say. Here, give me a sec. Give me a stretch. Give me a sec. My favorite second dinosaur, I'ma just say. I don't know. To be honest, I would say I really like I like Albertosaurus, which is a Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, it's related to Tyrannosaurus Rex. It lived in the Cretaceous period, probably like middle Cretaceous period, because by the end of the Cretaceous period, there were hardly no Tyrannosaurs that were in the United States because majority of them got wiped out and went extinct. So Tyrannosaurus Rex is like one of the last Tyrannosaurs in the United States at the end of the Cretaceous period. But Albertosaurus would be my second favorite dinosaur. It was a big one, medium. It didn't evolve like how Tyrannosaurus Rex was. Tyrannosaurus Rex, I wouldn't say evolved, but adapted to have a more robust body, stronger neck, stronger bite force, and it kind of like gave away other traits, so it got slower. But Albertosaurus, on the other hand, was more agile, skinnier, and faster, more used for chasing down prey and hunting them. But yeah, it still had a strong bite force like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it was like a smaller cousin. But yeah, it was still a force to be reckoned with. But I don't really know that much about Albertosaurus. I'll probably, if I ever do learn more about it, I'll probably post a video about talking about Albertosaurus, but not that much, really. But, if you got a favorite dinosaur, tell me your favorite dinosaur. I would love to know. Now I'll talk about it. If I know it. But if I don't, I'll learn. What are you... Wow, my God, stutter. What is your favorite dinosaur? Comment down below, and I'll talk about it. My glasses crooked. Sad, guys. Sorry. Glasses are messed up. Velociraptor. Awesome pick. Really, I think most people know this. Velociraptor's 3 feet tall and 6 feet in length. Jurassic Park is very inaccurate. But for the time, like, we knew what Velociraptor looked like back in the 90s, but Steven Spielberg wanted to make Velociraptor scarier. But yet, Velociraptor is still an awesome dinosaur, especially paleo art, the feathered, speed demon. Pretty cool. Lived in China, late Cretaceous period, and that really cool dinosaur. I don't have an accurate Velociraptor toy or figure, but I do have a Jurassic one. He's in this tote right here. Let me get him. Where is he? There he is. I got him. He's right here. This is the Jurassic Park Velociraptor. This model is basically just, like Steven Spielberg, he made it much bigger, but like his inspiration for this model was coming from Deinonychus, which was the largest velociraptor at the time. I got scared by my uncle. He scared you? Jump scare you? But was the largest. And then the same year, Utah Raptor was discovered. So, like, the movie was already out. But the Jurassic Park design is actually, like, pretty much scaling with Utah Raptor. But Utah Raptor is basically the real-life Jurassic Park Velociraptor. If you don't know what Utah Raptor is, I suggest you to search it up. It's a pretty cool animal. I actually don't know what time period it lived, to be honest, but, yeah. Should I talk about Spinosaurus? You want me to talk about Spinosaurus? Spinosaurus Egypticus. This Spinosaurus. Should I talk about this guy? Just tell me in the comments. I got a yes. Yeah, I should. Alright. Spinosaurus Egypticus. Which is, like, I don't know the Egypticus part. Yeah, I like them also. Spinosaurus. Alright. So, Spinosaurus was a fish diet dinosaur, but also it was probably both. Majority fish diet, but it could have also scavenged like other animals that lived on land or smaller dinosaurs and that. What are you going to be for Halloween? I'm gonna be Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. Last year I was a inflatable T-Rex, but Spinosaurus could get to, I believe, 40 feet in length. Height wise is 11 feet tall, if I'm correct. If I'm not, just fact check me, please. But Spinosaurus teeth did not have curvy teeth facing that way. It actually had more pointed teeth. So crocodiles and alligators actually still have these teeth. Basically, pointy teeth or more like upwards. They're not curvy like how most predatory dinosaurs did have. Mostly, those teeth that are just straight and pointy, a little bit of curve, are used for gripping. Which I do not want to be in an animal's jaw when they have a strong grip. You know, be honest, that was super helpful for catching fish because fish wiggled a lot. So because of the straight teeth and narrowness, it would hold the fish, you know, like a jaw holding it. The fish can't get out and it's piercing its skin. So that was the best thing for Spinosaurus and other Spinosauruses that are part of the same family that all had the same trait. And especially with a big hook claw right here right here was used for slashing in the water to get fish. The big claw would be used to hook on the fish or any animal, and has Spinosaurus have a much better grip in biting. Now, can I jump like Spider-Man? Whatever you do, man, but don't get hurt. Don't do nothing stupid. But yeah, and then they lived in Egypt, I believe northern Africa, if I'm correct, or southern. Fossils. Spinosaurus was first discovered in 1912, but the first fossil of Spinosaurus was sadly destroyed during World War II. How many different kinds of Spinosaurus are there? Trust me, there are a lot. I could probably name some. So we got Baryonyx Irritator, Ichthyocanthoraptor, Australia, Spinosaurus, Ceratocetops. That's already like 6. I think like Ravertator. That's one of them. It starts with an R. It's really hard to say. There's a lot more. I know how to. I see the name in my head, but I just don't know how to pronounce it. I think there was like a Myosaurus or something like that. I know it's like another Spinosaurus, but do you know mushrooms can live in outer space? I did not know that. That's actually a pretty cool fact. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, and then, you know, when you think of Spinosaurus, you might think of Jurassic Park 3, but be honest, the rebirth design is very accurate. Spinosaurus did have a paddle tail. We actually have more evidence of that because we actually found a full tail that had long, narrow spines on the tail, proving that Spinosaurus had a paddle tail which helped it swim and be more adapted in the water. So paleontologists had more information. Was Spinosaurus more of a aquatic dinosaur spending time in the water? And this paddle tail proves that, which means Spinosaurus probably spent its time swimming in the water. And only reason Spinosaurus kind of like actually adapted and evolved and lasted so long than other carnivores is because they evolved a much fish diet. Other dinosaurs had a more, you know, hunting and that, and majority of them, the ones that were not the best at it, went extinct. But Spinosaurus did not have that problem. It had its own prey it was hunting for, which no other land predator wanted. So Spinosaurus' species lasted from the earliest Cretaceous to the end of the Cretaceous to the extinction, which was a real big W because most dinosaurs that are carnivorous didn't last to the end. Because majority, all dinosaurs probably had a similar, you know, hunting style, you know? And the ones that had a more, I think it's herbivorous or something, or a fish diet, got to last longer because no other dinosaur adapted that way. So that's why Spinosaurus and other, other fish-eating dinosaurs lasted long. Like, I know there was a fish-eating raptor, I think it's called Astroraptor, had a much longer snout used for fishing. My cousin has dinosaur toys. That's awesome. I also have dinosaur toys. I've been collecting since 2014, since I was 4 years old. So, yeah, it's been a while. Recently, I got this, but he's on my shelf over there. I got the Hammond Collection Giganotosaurus. But that's probably what I know about Spinosaurus, to be honest. I don't know that much. Every year, there's always new research coming out for Spinosaurus. He's always getting new updates and that, but it's awesome, And when people say, oh, Spinosaurus is overrated, you can't like Spinosaurus. That's overrated. No dinosaur is overrated. You could like any dinosaur you want. And I just don't like it when people say, oh, you like T-Rex? Like any other dinosaur fan I've seen, they're like, oh, you like T-Rex? Like, you're so basic in that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you shut up, please. Shut up. Because you could like any dinosaur. So what, you like T-Rex? You could like T-Rex. T-Rex is an awesome dinosaur. You know what? It doesn't matter what dinosaur you like. It doesn't matter if people say it's overrated, because no dinosaur is overrated. You can like any dinosaur you want, and who cares what other people say. I like you talking about dinosaur. It makes me happy. That's awesome. At least if I'm making other people happy, that makes my day better. And that. Just repeated myself on accident. But that's great, man. I usually go live sometimes. I hardly don't go that much on YouTube, sadly. I would love to go live on TikTok, but sadly, TikTok's guidelines are just horrible. It's not fair. I feel like TikTok I'm like so restricted on TikTok and that. So on YouTube, I feel like, it's not that much on live stream, so I can at least talk to people and then talk about stuff I like to other people that know. And that's, pretty awesome. I'm glad, I get to talk about dinosaurs and that, but yeah. I need to learn more about the Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus, because to be honest, I don't know much about them. I need to learn. I still have my toys from Jurassic Park when it came out. I have to replace my VHS a couple times because I watched it so many times. Though that's W, man. I don't have the VHS tapes. Oh my god, I said that so horribly. I do have some classic Jurassic Park toys in my dinosaur collection. I do. I'm trying to get some more, to be honest, but I kind of like the new ones because there's a variety of different dinosaurs. So that's what I like about the new toys. There's like, you could also get dinosaur toys that are not in the movies. But this is the Michael Clayton Jurassic Park novels, which I do have. I had the movie collection with all 3 movies, the first, second, and third. It accidentally went in the washing machine, got ruined. I was so devastated, man. I can't watch the Jurassic Park movies for free, man. Spider-Man, Hulk, and Thor. I all through, man. Best book ever. Yeah, it is. I really love that book, especially. Like, I would say it's very like. I would say it's like gory in that, but it's pretty awesome. It's a bit, but like when you read it over and over, it's just dinosaur book. But it's really good. Especially the designs, and there's some species that are in that book that you don't see in the movies at all. But the Dilophosaurus in that book was more accurate than Jurassic Park. We don't get started with the Jurassic Park, frills, because Dilophosaurus, that's not accurate. I have 5 dinosaur books, W. Lost World book was better than the movie, also. Yeah, I would say. The camouflage and Carnotaurus and that, I wish that was in the movie. That would have made the movie much better. But I agree with you with that. 100%. I just wish we got to see it. But the only media that we have of the camouflage and Carnotaurus is from the Jurassic Park Lost World arcade video game. If you know that, you know ball. But that's the only Jurassic media that we know of the camouflage and Carnotaurus, which is awesome. I wish we get to see them, and I hope Mattel makes a retro Carnotaurus figure that looks like that one. I'm gonna come back. Okay. But yeah, that's up. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about the Dilophosaurus right now. Yeah, give me a sec. I should have like a Dilophosaurus toy somewhere. Yeah, I do. It's in this little box. Yeah, I skinned my knee today. It just hurts. Alright, here is the Dilophosaurus. Yep, Dilophosaurus. This is Jurassic Park's Dilophosaurus. Not accurate. Yet again, the skull shape is not accurate. I don't know why it's like so little. It looks like a rat. It looks like a. I don't know what the skull represents, man. The only accurate thing Jurassic Park got right with this are the frills. That's it. That's pretty sad, Jurassic Park. Are you going to school for studying digging up dinosaurs? Yes, my future career that I want to chase is paleontology. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. And I'm not too shy of opening or embarrassed about it. I like sharing to people. Yeah, I want to be a paleontologist and that, to be honest, but yeah, I do want to be a paleontologist. But the Dilophosaurus is very small in the movies. I think it's 5 feet tall and 6 feet in length in Jurassic Park, but reality, the Dilophosaurus was 20 to 30 feet in length and 8 feet tall. 8 feet tall? 20 feet in length to 30? Oh, hell no. 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 And it did not have these frills or venom. It was just a full-on carnivorous dinosaur hunting. And the Dilophosaurus was... majority of the Dilophosaurus fossils that we have or mostly have wound marks from other injuries like cracks, broken, attacks from other Dilophosaurs, so they probably fall for territory. And most likely, Dilophosaurus' frills here are probably a vibrant color to scare enemies away or attract mates in that. So that's probably why Dilophosaurus had these crestings. And Dilophosaurus lived in the late Jurassic period, about 150 to 200 million years ago, if I'm correct. Did they hunt in packs? There's no evidence of them hunting in packs. I believe they were more of a lone animal. It's very rare to find animals that actually hunt in packs. Like, best example, wolves, most likely, but most animals don't really hunt in packs. Like, most people might think raptors do and that. Like, that's what we think. But we do have evidence of Albertosaurus being in packs, but Velociraptor or Utah Raptor, we don't really have that much. Majority of the fossils that we found of them are usually by themselves. So we don't know if Velociraptors usually hunt in packs, but that's what we think. Media shows us that they do, but maybe they did, maybe they did not. But we do have evidence of a Utah Raptor having it in packs. But there's also evidence near the dig site of a dead Utah Raptor getting attacked. So they might have honestly hunt in packs to take down larger preys. Just because, like, they probably just, like, hunted alone. But, like, if there was, like, a bigger prey to feed them all, they would probably work together to take that one humongous prey down. And then probably at the end, they'll probably try to kill each other just for the meal and that. But that's what we have for Utah Raptor, bro. I don't know about any other species. I still need to look into it. But, yeah, Dilophosaurus was one of the first big theropods, apex predators in the Jurassic period. It had 150 million years difference from Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just Jurassic Park just puts a whole bunch of dinosaurs from different time periods. Like, when you look at Jurassic Park, all those dinosaurs did not live at the same time. They all lived at different time periods. Like, Spinosaurus did live in the Cretaceous period, but before Tyrannosaurus Rex did, And, like, other dinosaurs, like, they did live in the same period, like Giganotosaurus or Mapusaurus, they lived in the same period. Or, best example, Giganotosaurus and Argentinosaurus, people say, oh, they had the craziest rival, which isn't true. They both lived in both different landforms and that in different areas. Well, it's same continent, but different landforms, but same period. So they actually never got to see each other, And that's the crazy thing, And then yet again, let me say, Giganotosaurus, usually in media, is usually portrayed as a much bigger and badder Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like, if you ever watched the movie Journey to the Earth, I don't know if anybody knows that movie, but I remember watching it when I was little. But Journey to the Earth, the dinosaur in that movie, When I was little, I always thought that was a T-Rex. Turns out that's a Giganotosaurus. What? That's Giganotosaurus does not look like a humongous T-Rex. Um, Probably the closest thing is this Jurassic World one, which Jurassic World, I would say, did a much better job. At least they did not make this guy into an over big T-Rex. Just like a just giant T-Rex. Because what they did, like, yes, does not look like a Giganotosaurus. Like if it was Arcanthosaurus, I would accept this for a Jurassic World design. But yet again, it's not. But I would say the skull shape is a bit much closer to the Giganotosaurus. And that. I wish I had a photo of like the skull shape. Like I have this one up here. It's a Hammond collection one, much articulated and detailed one. But like I don't know, there's like the skull in that. But yeah, that wasn't a T-Rex really. I thought it was also in the movie. Yeah, so yeah, Journey to the Earth, that was not a T-Rex. I don't know why my glasses are crooked. Give me a sec. That was not a T-Rex. That was a Giganotosaurus. And I'm shocked. You know, like I heard about that like a month ago. Like the director even like they like confirmed it. It was not a T-Rex. It was a Giganotosaurus, which is you shouldn't have just said it was a T-Rex, bro, because that's not a Giganotosaurus. Like you could have at least tried, you know, make it look like a Giganotosaurus. But they just did a copy and paste T-Rex with one extra claw for their hands. Just say it was a T-Rex, bro. It wasn't that hard. But that's shocking, man. I was shocked. I was like, what? But, yeah. And then, I don't know. Does anybody remember Disney's Dinosaur? Like 2001? Like, that was probably, like, the first time I ever got introduced by Carnotaurus and, like, Styracosaurus and a lot of other ones. But yeah, Brachiosaurus did not live with Iguanodon and Carnotaurus. Brachiosaurus was honestly like, not honestly, but it was a Jurassic dinosaur. Like, I believe Styracosaurus was more of a Cretaceous, I think. Carnotaurus was Cretaceous. Iguanodon was Cretaceous. Brachiosaurus was Jurassic period. So they had like a huge difference. I think it was like late Jurassic period Brachiosaurus lived, but yeah. But yeah, that was probably it. I'll probably do more dinosaur facts tomorrow. That's probably all I got today. I'll talk about more of like I'll talk about herbivores tomorrow. I'll look up more research in that and I'll pick what dinosaurs I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. Herbivores. You know, like the plant eaters and probably like Triceratops, iguanodons, or like Brachiosaur, like or sauropods, which are Brachiosauruses or Titanosaurus, and that. But I'll probably talk about those guys tomorrow. I might end the live stream now. Subscribe, man. Good content. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I might, yeah. So I'll do more content about dinosaurs. I'll try to do it live tomorrow if I have time. If I don't, I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll probably schedule a live soon. But yeah, that's probably it I got today. Shout out to all the Dino fans. Shout out to all the people who stayed here. Thank you guys for listening for 30 minutes about dinosaurs. Thank you so much. Wait, I don't know how to end the live. Oh, there. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful